BassResinator here. I have a couple molds that Laura from Laura's Art Corner sent to me, and you're looking at it and you're like, what is that? These are wings in the shape of a heart. This is the small one and this is the bigger one. Lots of texture. Oh, pulled it out of the plastic. Yeah, there's a little, I don't know what. And the reason I want it completely cleaned out is I want them clear. I want to pour them clear. I want them to look like, I hope they'll look like crystal. Now this one doesn't look like it's going to hold too much resin. This one, on the other hand, looks like it will hold quite a bit more. Much more than this. So I'm going to pour in here. This is a used mixing cup that don't worry about the dried resin in there. It's not going anywhere. I probably should use deep pour on that, but I don't want to. But I don't need to use deep pour on this. Okay. I will do deep pour on this one. This one I'm going to use Bondcrafter 1:1, and I'll mix it up in this gold, where I mixed up some gold the other day. Looking at this. I'm going to say 7 ounces. I may be way off, but I'm going to say 7 ounces. And this, I'm thinking a max of 3 ounces. Because it does go down in there ways, but not. So I'm going to mix up. I'll mix up 3.5 ounces, 7 ounces of deep pour regular. Okay, let me get my resins mixed up and put out into the vacuum chamber, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my 1:1 resin and my deep pour. These are both from Bondcrafter. Almost poured that in there. That would not be good. Okay, let me do this. I keep bumping it with my right hand, and I don't want to spill anything. Ooh, there's some bubbles coming out from down yonder. Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. Picking up pawpaws, put them in your pocket. Picking up pawpaws, put them in your pocket. Picking up pawpaws, put them in your pocket. Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. Come on, boys, let's go find her. Come on, girls, let's go find her. Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. Okay, what am I going to fish those out with? Okay, the back side of this. Bubbles, get out of the wing. Get out, get out, get out of the wing. Get out, get out, get out of the wing. I don't know if I'm going to have that much difficulty with the deep pour, because it releases bubbles so much easier. But all of these little textures and contours of those wings are holding bubbles. There's some. And if I leave a bubble, it's going to leave a real sharp place on the finished piece, and I don't want that. My wife will definitely. That's sharp. You need to do something about it. Okay. I will, ma'am. I'll go take care of it right now. Now that I got those bubbles out of the way, well, got those bubbles out of the way, and now I see some more. Come on. That's why I put you in the vacuum chamber, to get bubbles out. Don't keep producing them. I don't know if I need to fill that any fuller, because if I do, it's going to have some funny shape around the bottom. So I think I'll just leave it. Look at that big old bubble. From whence did thou originate? Okay. There's another one coming up. Come on. I'll stop messing with them for a bit, and I'll pour this other one. And I've got a lot of resin left over, so I'm going to have to... You know, I said I was going to leave it alone, but there's one right there. Big one. Another one, right? That is so odd how they just are there in plain sight. And dog hair on this. Okay, let's pour this one. Now if that one didn't need anywhere near the amount, this one might not either. Now I'll pour some more in there in just a bit. I'm going to leave that. Come over here. Actually, I'm going to do this. See if any bubbles will release on their own. How about you if I do that? No? Okay, now how did this one come up? Oh, there's a dip right there. I was going to say, I don't see any more, and then boom. Now I'm wondering if they're just sneaking up over the edge from down lower and stopping. Don't know. But I want them to stop. Stop in the name of love before break my heart. Stop. Okay, there's I wonder if it'd be any different if I poured wax, like to make a candle, or casting powders, or eco-pour. Some companies call it eco-pour, some call it casting powders. There were not as many bubbles on this side, and I attribute that to the thinner consistency of the 2-to-1 resin, this deep pour. And I have plenty of that resin left over too. Oh, I thought that was a bubble coming up, and it's just a part of the mold. Get any that might be trying to hide out under the edge here. Where did I see? I saw another one over here. Oh, now it's gone. That's good. Maybe it just went away. Looks like there's a bubble right there, but I think it's something in the resin. Maybe a hair or something that I cannot see it very well. Okay. Well, there's not much to do now. Just sit and wait. Anticipation is making me wait. Okay, I actually have enough deep pour, and this, okay, I'll come back to you with some stuff I'm pouring. I have a single bougainvillea leaf flower, and I have some sphere molds. Now I can't get it in that one, but I could possibly get it in here. But I want to pour squeeze that to get that opening. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Those guys up there. Okay, can you see now? Squeeze this opening to see if I can fit this fleur down in here. Now I dried this out. I dried a bunch out, but I dried this one out for a special project I was doing. Okay, stop. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Now, before I pour more resin down in there, I want to get get this UV for bonding. Hey, don't go down there. Not yet. Well, boogers. Okay, well, let me cure that so I don't have UV resin going anywhere. Well, it went down on its own. I didn't want it to go down like that. It'll come back up in just a little bit. I'll pour some more of this because it'll float. But putting things in a sphere causes them to get magnified and they look really cool. And I still have a bit more. Let me pour that in something else. There. That's the side I wanted up. Now if it'll stay there, we'll be good. Don't move. Actually, I'm going to move you over here to the side. On this, oh, this is starting to get hot. And that thing flipped. Huh? Well, it's still pretty looking. Oh, little tiny. Okay. And then a big old massive one, but I'm not going to use that. I don't know what to use for this last little bit. Well, I'll come back when it's time to unmold and you'll see what I will have done with these. Okay, see ya. Okay, these are all cured and I got a bunch of extras. Let me show you. I poured this rose with clear, and then I put in pink, or actually not pink, rose shimmering alcohol ink, and I did like a Petri pour so you can see it coming through, but it made a beautiful pink rose. Cool. And then I poured a sphere and I put some of that pink in the bottom. Got smudge right there from where I had cleaned out the thing the other time and I didn't wipe it all off, but I tried doing a Petri as a little, I don't know if you can see that little uvula shaped thing. And then I got a bigger one and you can't quite see that, but from the top it's really wild looking. And then I made a little one and I had this snail thing, and so I hooked it on the back, and that one looks really neat. And then I poured into my ring holder and I added a drop of Marabou rainbow alcohol ink, and then I still had a little gap so I filled in the rest of that. So there's a cool looking ring holder. And then this one, I decided to put in, one of the names for it is Texas Sage. And each one of them's got, those blossoms has a bubble right in the center of it. So it almost looks like what it's supposed to be. But I dried these. It's sometimes called a barometer bush, Texas Sage. But I thought, well, yeah, let's put that in there. So got this kind of cool thing. And then the bougainvillea, I ended up putting another one because this one kept floating. And the second one had a stem and I was able to attach it. And so we have that pretty bougainvillea. And then there's another flower. I had so much extra resin, it was crazy. It's called a peacock flower. And then on the bottom, I put in these fairy, well, it'll be in the description. Got those from Laura's Art Corner. So I've got some whoa. And from the top, that looks really neat, as well as that one. So, lots of extras, cool looking ones. Okay, now for the wings. Came out pretty cool. I had already gotten that one out because this was the 1-to-1 resin, so it came out much earlier than this one. This one took a while to cure because I used the deep pour. Cool. These are cool molds. Now I'm going to have to sand that bottom off because there's some sharp things hanging out. Yeah. I actually like this one better than this one because this big old gap right there, and I understand what it is. It's one wing and then another wing stuck together, but I'm not, that almost looks like it's a cigarette holder, and I don't smoke, so I like this one's shape a little bit better. And it's bigger, so you can put more stuff down in there. Yeah, so these are really cool molds, and it's really fun pulling these out because the noise it makes, you know, anyway. It almost sounded like I was getting ready to clear my throat. If you are a subscriber, thank you so very much. If you are not, it's very simple to become one. Just go down to the bottom and push subscribe. Wonder if you... I have used this. Look at this. Different pieces, little bits of resin coming off onto this. Just go down and push subscribe. And while you're down there, also push the little icon of the bell, and you'll be notified anytime I do something new. This channel does have memberships if you're interested in supporting the channel that way. Just click the button join and follow the instructions. Yeah, so we have the angel wings in a heart. Now I'm going to take some pictures in a little bit, and I will post all of these on the end of the video. But I gotta sand that bottom off, and this one as well. There's got some Sharpies on there. No need to get cut, and if I don't do it right, boy, my wife will let me. That's sharp, and I'm like, yes, it is. Okay. Thank you so much for being here today, and stick around for the ending shots. And thank you to Laura from Laura's Art Corner for these molds. Yeah. Check it out. If you like these molds, she's got some other molds as well as a ton of things that you can put into your resin, which some of the colors are just out of this world. And they're not little skimpy amounts. You get a good supply. So, we'll see you for the next one. Bye.